Why should anyone go into recruiting? Is recruiting an actual career? Welcome to the Millionaire Recruiter. I'm Brianna Rooney, your Millionaire Recruiter. And if you haven't yet seen this channel before, it is all about making you the next Millionaire Recruiter. So let's get to it. And happy 2020. So this particular video is all about the 10 top reasons why you should go into recruiting. Now, I feel like there are thousands, but I have honed down to the top 10 that I think will really relate and open your eyes to a really amazing opportunity. Number one reason to go into recruiting is you love every day to be different. You don't like to do the same thing over and over again. I mean, I don't think a lot of people do. I think if you're scared of change, perhaps you do, I'm not sure. But it's really cool because every person is different, every client is different, every day is different because there's just different situations. Think about it. Changing a job is a huge deal and not one situation is the same. The number two reason to get into recruiting is because you love people. You like saying hi, you like the smiles, you like finding out more about people, the good, the bad, the ugly, whatever it is, you are a people person. You can't stand but talk to people and find out more. I think it's a really cool quality and it's really cool to bounce ideas off of each other and that's pretty much endless. And that's what you get to do for a living. So you get paid to be a people person. Super fun. Number three, the third reason to go into recruiting is you love the thrill of the chase. That to me is very personal. I loved being a matchmaker and I just realized that this job as a recruiter is that matchmaking quality, is the dating world. I loved dating, I loved the thrill of that chase to go after someone. So you find the person, there's that hunt, you then take that person and find out a little bit more about them, even things that they didn't quite know about themselves in such a small period of time, which is really amazing because you think it was like an intimate feeling when you're thinking, hey, what do you like in your job search? And as not the millionaire recruiter, I used to not think that I could dig deep in a very little amount of time. And I used to think that this person knows themselves better than I could ever know them. That's actually not true. Just one tidbit, and I'm not gonna go on a tangent, not on this one, is why do people go to a counselor? Why would I go to a marriage counselor? Why would I go to a stranger about my marriage that's so important to me and so intimate? And literally I'm sitting in front of a stranger telling me what to do. It's because of clear mind. And as a recruiter, you are that clear mind for that person. It's an amazing thing. Number four, you're an entrepreneur. You get into recruiting because you love being your own boss. You love making your own schedule. You love beating to your own drum. And that's exactly what you get to do in recruiting. Again, going back to every single day being different. Every client is different. You get to choose who you want to work with, which is super amazing. And not a lot of jobs are like that. So, God, I could go for it. Not to mention, being a recruiter, you can, I don't want to say easily, because it was not easy, but in theory, you could easily be your own boss and be a freelancer. That alone in itself is being an entrepreneur. So have fun with it. The number five reason to get into recruiting is you have this strong desire to succeed. Your drive to success is amazing. And, again, this kind of goes back to being an entrepreneur, but, you are money motivated. You want to plan out your own career and there is no ceiling. And to get into recruiting, really, you can make your own success and no one tells you no. Well, they will tell you no, they don't want the job you introduce them to. But in theory, you can keep going and keep going and keep going and you pave your own path in this position, in this industry, and it's absolutely amazing and endless. So, God, go get it. Okay, number 6 reason to get into recruiting is because not only do you like to succeed, but you love helping other people succeed. This is an entirely different thing. This does not mean you are both. Same with the whole list, by the way. You can have just one of them to get into recruiting and you're gonna love this job. But love seeing people succeed. So again, this goes back to, giving people an opportunity that not only did they not know existed, but they didn't even know they wanted. That is so powerful. So therefore you are putting this position, making a position available to someone who is maybe here in their career. All of a sudden you give them this other position and they are here. So they were given the opportunity that they didn't have before, and that not only changes their life, their career forever, but it changes everyone that is close to them, family or not. It's just, it's so overwhelming and it's an amazing feeling. So go do that. Number 7, yes, the 7th reason to get into recruiting is because you like to be involved in big life decisions. This can also go into you want to help people succeed, but this is a little bit bigger than that. And this is going back to being impactful. This is, I'm going to give you a really great example. One of my first placements way back then, 12 years ago, I placed the 5th engineer at Box, which is a storage company who went IPO a couple years ago. And the guy was able to quit his job, cash out the equity, and start his own company. Talk about a huge, huge life decision he was able to make. And I'm not gonna say, oh, it's because of me, he's successful because of me. I'm not gonna say that, but I opened a door for him that he then went right through and kept going. And this I actually love because one of my favorite things is to quote the definition of luck, and that's when opportunity meets preparation. Preparation meets opportunity, all kind of goes hand in hand. But I mean, he took that and just ran with it. But I was the one that gave him the key. So, I mean, that's pretty awesome. That's a giant life decision that has trickled down throughout the years. And yes, I'm still in contact with him. So, yay. Number 8. Yes, the 8th reason to go into recruiting is that you love impacting business. So, I love this one because I have seen through interviewing people throughout the years, there was this giant trend to get a business degree or a communications degree, which I find very interesting. But yeah, I think a lot of parents, not sure if anymore, but I know mine did. A lot of parents try to feed you, if in doubt on what you want to do, get a business degree because you can go anywhere with a business degree. True or not true, regardless, for all you business majors out there, recruiting is the number 1 most impactful thing that a company goes through and has to deal with. And yes, I do say has to deal with. Normally that is a negative connotation, but it doesn't have to be, because this is what helps growth. This is what saves money. This is what brings innovation to a company, is hiring the right people on the bus. My executive coach tells me that all the time. You have to have the right people on the bus in order to get to the place that you need to go. So I think this is a really interesting route to go for if you are interested in seeing what an impactful business can do and you can bring to it, because you really have a lot of say when you help with hiring. That's a whole other, I feel like, string of videos I can bounce off of you, but that's a really cool reason to get into recruiting. The 9th reason to get into recruiting is because you very much enjoy collaborating and working as a team. Now, this is something that you're like, oh yeah, I like to work as a team. Do you really? This really is someone that is very passionate about working as a team. Yes, you can go into an agency, or you can go into just a company and be a recruiter and not have to collaborate as much as perhaps we do here at Techies at my company, but I still think that if you do not like to collaborate, this is not the job for you. I'm just gonna say that. If you're going to be this millionaire recruiter, you have to enjoy collaborating. And here's the different aspects on that. If you're at an agency, hopefully you're not in a sharky environment. you are working together in order to place your candidate at your coworker's client, with your coworker's client, or you have the client and you are hoping that one of your coworkers has that right candidate for you. There's a lot of collaboration that goes in there. Now, not only that, let's just say you're a lone wolf. You have to definitely collaborate with your client in order to get through the nitty-gritties of how you're going to find that particular candidate and get that fit, and then collaborate with the candidates to then have them understand, is this the client? Is this the company for you? And if so, how can I collaborate and make this happen for you? There's so many moving parts there that I would love to go into further detail about how all of that works between your relationship, collaborating with the client, collaborating with the candidate, and your team. But there's so many moving parts there that if you love to collaborate, then you have to, right now at this second, get into recruiting. Okay, you're gonna have a lot of fun, trust me. Now, the 10th reason that I deem worthy that you should get into recruiting is all about you loving an evolving industry. Yes, tech, first of all, is constantly moving, constantly growing. Yes, I'm a tech recruiter, but you do not have to get into tech recruiting to enjoy the evolution of tech, because here's what's going on right now. I was a little bit scared about where tech was taking recruiting, I would say about 5 years ago, where it was trying to make us all robots and use all the AI in order to get rid of recruiters and then therefore cut down the cost of hiring for each company. And there's a lot of moving parts there as well. However, the beauty of what we do is there is that personal connection, and there isn't always, let me take that back. I'm gonna say there's never, there's normally never a rational decision about why someone chooses a company over another one. I can't tell you how many times I was positive one of my candidates was gonna go to, I don't know, let's say Google. And he goes, I'm not going to Google, I'm gonna go to a seed funded company that has 5 people. It happens a lot, vice versa, there's so many different aspects and yes, moving parts, I've said a lot in this video, of why people choose a company over another one, and honestly, it could just be them walking in the door and feeling the love. Maybe they liked the music that was on when they walked in. That the changing jobs is not always rational, and more often than not, it is not a rational decision. It is a feeling. And until robots can feel, this is not gonna be an industry that is made by robots and made any easier. Yes, you can have tech that is doing amazing Boolean searches for you, that is making your emails just go out when you say, putting them on a timer, there's lots of things, really cool things that tech is doing, and this is why I'm saying that if you like to see an evolving industry, this is definitely it, because I have to, as a recruiter, as a business owner in recruiting, as an agency, I have to constantly stay on my toes to know what the best platforms are, what the best search things are. LinkedIn still leads the way there as far as I'm concerned, but there's all sorts of other side tools that you can use to help make you successful and to help make your job faster and easier. So it's super, super interesting. I've got quite a few ideas on how to do this if anyone wants to contact me. All right, well, I hope you thoroughly enjoyed the top 10 reasons to get into recruiting, and do it now. So don't forget to check out themillionairerecruiter.com. Sign up for the 3-hour e-course, which really gives you access to so many amazing years of not only work, training, but access to us on the phone to do training calls. So I've loved all of the comments on LinkedIn, and subscribe, and make sure you watch every single Thursday at noon. And do not forget that money is just a vessel that gets you to do all the amazing things that you enjoy doing. So go out and do it and join the recruiting industry, because it's amazing. Have a great day.